I see my favorite Marianne on here, and now we got Wink. Wick. Cool. Marianne, Wick, come on in. Put your camera on.
Yeah,
Let's say
I
hi.
did.
Hey, what's up? All right.
You're
Good.
Scandi girls, huh?
What do you say?
You're Scandi girls.
My Scandy girls. Always my Scandy
That
girls.
was actually what Charlotte called us.
I'm from
Scandi girls.
Sweden and you're from Norway, right?
Denmark.
Denmark, sorry.
Yes.
Doesn't matter. Same thing.
No.
It used to all be one country, and then they got and one language, and then they got separate armies and police forces, and now
Yeah.
there's separate countries and languages. They used to be dialects. Now they're languages.
Yeah.
You know how that works. All right. And we got Cynthia coming in. How are you guys feeling? What's the mood? What's the vibe?
It's good, but it's getting close to Christmas.
Yeah.
Yes. Day by day. 20
Yeah.
days to go. How about it? Are you excited about that?
I love Christmas, and right now I feel a little frustrated because I feel like I missed a lot of Christmas sales. But I focus really much on Black Week. I did okay, but not as good as I hoped. But then I didn't have the energy left for Christmas. For example, I didn't finish the Christmas calendar, and I'm so disappointed in myself.
Oh no.
I didn't have time. But
Yeah.
there's another year.
Yeah, I did. I no, I'm not finished the Christmas calendar, but I'm pretty far with it. I know how to do it now, but it was quite a lot of labor I had to put in it though, so it took a lot of time. But I'm most focused about that. On Saturdays going to Italy to Torino to spend a week there.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
not bad.
wonderful. But but I tell you one thing, I am really good because some feedback about the boot camp. I really like this initiative that you've done, and I feel a little frustrated there too because I haven't watched all the videos. But now when I saw this upcoming call tonight, and usually I haven't been on Wednesdays, free on Wednesday nights for a couple of weeks, but tonight I could, and I have to watch a video before I go to this call. So just today I watched about the enrollment video and about sales calls and so on, and it was so good.
Nice.
And gave me some energy. And again, I have to look at this big chart that you have made. It's a
Mm.
really good overview on it.
Mm. Yes.
It really helps to watch some of the videos before this call. And
Yes.
um, now I have.
Okay. Good. Yes. Yeah. I appreciate that. That's great feedback. Also, like it's something that we've learned from doing this for the first time. Like we can do a much better job of being like, watch this, like do this, like get a little bit more making sure that people consume that. Cool. Thank you. Appreciate that.
And
So,
from another perspective, I also think that it's a good kind of enrollment to your academy because I started out with academy and wasn't
mm,
really ready. I didn't put in the work that is
mm,
supposed to go into the academy. And this boot camp has made me, I have done the work this time, all of it actually, and it's made me much more ready to go on with the academy. So
great.
yeah, great thing.
Cool. That's great to hear. All right, we got Cynthia, we got Inger, we got Birgitte. Just super quick, like what's the vibe? What's the mood? You can just type in the chat just a word or two of how you're feeling, just to check in. Um, and then it's open coaching, you guys. So on these calls, I don't have content, but I'm sure things will pop out of my mouth as we get into stuff. It's really driven by how can I serve? What are you struggling with? What questions do you have? It's totally open game time. Oh, we got Toril as well. All right, so in the chat, and Katarina, all right, we're doing it. In the chat, just a one word. How are you feeling? What's the mood? What's the vibe? I'll say I'm feeling pumped. I'm feeling really pumped. I'm here in Palm Beach, Florida. It's a little cold, I feel like. It's like mid 60s Fahrenheit. So I'm like, come on, you can do better. You can do better, Florida. But it's beautiful. They have artificial snow down there in the mall. It's in the outdoor mall. It's kind of fun.
We
Uh,
have snow in Stockholm.
what is it?
We have snow in Stockholm.
Yeah, the real thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
We do the fake thing and then we go to the beach and swim in the ocean. So, tough life. Um, yeah, cool. So Torl is good and up to speed. Katarina is very cool, and Inger is working with very good energy. Awesome. Okay, go to the reactions button in your browser, in your Zoom window, and click that. And then I'll just talk to you guys in the order in which you click that. So there's a race on to click that, smash that raise hand, react button so that we can talk and we can figure out what is going on and how do we get you where you want to go in life. What's standing between you and absolute magnificence? That's the game. All right, Katarina, you're up.
Hi everyone. Kelvin, first of all, I watch your videos. You are a star on Instagram.
Thank you.
Doing really cool. Secondly, what's between me and the world is actually simpler. Okay, I think I probably should wait until the end. I would like to discuss with you something very important about broadcasting emails, specifically legal language. I have been
Yes.
in,
Hey, Katarina, I saw your email
yes, I would
and
like to explain to you the importance. I'm happy to wait until the end when everyone is
yes.
getting to know.
Yes, but this is not the forum for that. This is the forum for coaching, not talking product features.
Right, but this is kind of not even product features. This is about kind of basically going forward and something like marketing, aggressive marketing, I call this, right? This is basically me, what I'm doing, and something that I cannot do because of that three words, okay? And I understand the kind of the importance, and you guys, not lawyers, you don't understand. So I was trying to be nice.
Katerina, I'm gonna stop you. I saw your email. We're not gonna talk about that on this call, okay?
Well, then I am done. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. All right, who's up next? Charlotte, you're up next.
Um, yeah. I have to focus on what question shall I ask.
Yes.
That I watched today was about the enrollment, and my main focus now is to making my webinars better, my sales calls, and transform. I don't want to have one-on-one. I do good one-on-one calls
Mm-hmm.
because I sell good, but I have not such a high ticket offer.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to focus on the webinars. And I think it was last call here, we talked about the perfect webinar with Russell, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I watched it. It's really good. And one thing he said is don't do your stuff in the sales call, in the webinar, because that's what you're selling.
Mm-hmm.
And what I do in the webinar is actually, I do show what I do.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's a try-on lesson. As
Mm-hmm.
you all know, I sell guitar lessons for beginners.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a mini lesson so they really know my method and see, wow, you can do so much with just very little knowledge.
Yes.
And it's a good thing. So I think it's a good thing to do. But my concern and what I'm trying on is, should I do it as a lesson in the beginning and then have the presentation
Mm-hmm.
of the course, what I'm selling? And now when I watched the enrollment video also with you, it was things I knew, but also in a new angle, so it was really good. I feel like it's a part of the qualification that I make. This is how I can help you. I show you this can be your knowledge, and you can
Yeah.
do it too. So
The way I think about what you're doing is if you think about the perfect webinar, it's you know it's about overcoming beliefs that would prevent them from moving forward with you, right?
Mhm.
It's about rewriting. They have a belief about the vehicle, the way in which it cheats. They have a belief about them internal about themselves. They have a belief about external beliefs about the world, yeah? And so if the internal belief is, I don't know if I can learn how to, like, guitar sounds great, but I don't know if I can learn it or my kid can learn it or whatever, then actually teaching them and having that do that can be the most effective way to rewrite that belief for people. So I think it makes sense.
yeah.
Yeah.
And it's a good idea to have it first and then afterwards have the presentation or
I don't,
squeeze it in the middle.
yeah, I would think probably put it in the middle, right? Because you want to give the context for it.
Mhm.
So remind me, so you're the guitar lessons um for kids or for
No,
adults.
for parents and mainly preschool teachers.
Okay.
Yeah,
Parents and teachers, okay. And they're like they have a belief that learning to play is going to be hard.
yeah.
Yeah, right. And what other beliefs do you have a I mean, I would just follow the formula, right? So there's the origin story of how you discover the what you're about to teach them, which is I don't know if is that the power of using guitars or music? Is it a specific way of learning how to play it? Like, what is the secret sauce or the essence of what you're offering people there?
Um, for just my method, you mean? Um, well, my method is, first of all, I only teach children's songs, nothing else. You will
Hmm.
not learn House of the Rising Sun or any pop songs. You will learn children's songs only, and now Christmas songs for children. So that's the most important thing. But also, I go from the very easiest. I show them in the webinar. I show them how much you can do with only one chord.
Hmm.
You can
One
do
finger.
Yeah, you can do one song in so many different ways, and it's educational and pedagogic and a good methodology that inspire and teach the children so many different things. You get a math lesson, a reading lesson, a language lesson in one song and one chord.
Great.
So they really get
Yes.
the wow factor. Wow, you can do so much with just one thing. Um,
Perfect. Um, so then the origin story is how did you discover that this
how I discovered
like
this.
this way of learning it
Yeah. Okay.
exactly this way of learning it and all the benefits of doing this, like the math and all of that other stuff. Like, how did you discover that?
Yeah. Um, that is good, but I think the end, the closing is always the hardest part when I have more
Yes.
than 5 people. I don't want to
Yeah,
lose
yeah.
them.
We'll get there. We'll get there. It's just
Yeah.
what I'm just curious, like, how did you discover this?
Because I started playing guitar with my own kids when they were small,
Hmm.
when they were young, and I started having rhythmic classes for parents with small children to get to know other people, to have fun with their kids. And I discovered, oh, it's really easy to play guitar. I learned it when I was a teenager, and then I realized playing children's songs is quite easy,
Hmm.
and it made my whole career. So now fast forward, I've been playing for kids for 30 years.
Hmm.
And
And the benefits that you see in the kids and all of that. Yes.
yeah, the
Right.
joy and the connection between parents
Beautiful.
and everything.
Great. So that's your origin story, and then you just do like questions about the vehicle, like why children's songs, why this way of learning it, right? And then internal belief is like, and one of the things I hear from everybody is like, I can't learn to play an instrument. And so I'm going to show you right now that you can. Because if you look at Russell,
Mm.
the main way that he breaks these false beliefs is by telling a story. And that's one way. But the other way is give people an experience. And that's what you're doing. You know, Tony Robbins does these firewalks. That's a way to give people an experience like, holy shit, I can do something that I didn't think I could. You're just giving people an experience by having them actually play a song. So that's your second one. That's your internal belief. Then the external belief, whatever that is, you'll figure that out. And then yes, then you just get into the offer. So answer me this. What's hard about making the offer, or what's not working about it?
Um, well, when there are more people in the room, they get shy to talk, and they don't ask the questions in the chat either. So they just so I can't answer their objections
Got it.
easily. I
Okay.
have to formulate. I have to tell them, oh, you should buy it now while I'm here. I can help you, etc.
Yeah.
And the offer will only be for one more day, and don't
How
forget.
many people are on your webinars typically?
I sell the best one is only like below 10, but I
Mhm.
had the most I had is 25, 30.
Okay. And you don't get people don't say anything or ask anything in the chat or otherwise?
Um, a little, but not too much.
Okay.
But
I
I
mean,
do at the beginning, I ask questions to and tell them to write in the chat,
and do
like
they do
where
that?
they're from and are they beginners and do they work in a preschool and things like that.
And do they do that?
Yeah, yeah, they do, and that's how they learn how to use the chat.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
that,
exactly. Yeah, so we got to train people
yeah,
to do that. Yeah, I mean, something that I've done and that I've seen a number of people do too is literally offer people a prize. Like the person who's the most engaged in the chat is going to get, $100 gift card or something as a reward because it gets everybody going, or a t-shirt or something.
yeah,
People will do incredible things for t-shirts. It's pretty funny. Um, but something to incentivize engagement, because then when they're all engaged and you pick a winner, like you have to stay through the end and you have to be engaged in the chat, and then I'll pick someone who's the most engaged or someone at random or whatever, um, and that get a prize.
that's a
That's
good
something
one.
that you can do. Just it seems sometimes to me anyways like a little bit silly, and like I really have to do like, but yeah, you kind of do sometimes to get people to pay attention and get engaged. But then what I'd also say is at the end, the transition is always something along the lines of like, if this has been valuable and you can see how you can use music, guitar as a way to, help your kids and have better connection with your kids and all that stuff. I have a there and that I have a way that you can continue working with me to really build this into make it a habit, make it a thing that a part of your life or something. However you phrase that. Would you like to hear about that, or would it be okay if I tell you about that? All right. So you ask permission. It's very important because then people are like, "Oh yeah, great." Like, and even if one person says yes, or they, even if nobody says yes, but they all stay online, you're like, "All right, since you're all still here, I'm gonna take that as a yes, and so I'm gonna tell you what it is, and then you just tell them what it is, and you make the offer, and if the offer, and then in terms of objections, yes, like once you're done making the offer, you're like, if you have any questions, I'm happy to stay on the line for or as long as you need to answer all your questions. That's great. And you can call people out specifically, right? I do that a lot here. Hey, Marianne, Toriel, Charlotte, like, how are you? Any questions? Do you have anything? Because like it's especially if they're going to be on video and talk, it can be a little bit much, but like you got to be after people sometimes to get them to engage, and you want to keep the engagement going throughout, right? So, after each section, maybe you're like, what was your biggest takeaway from that? Like, let me hear in the chat what really resonated with you on that. So you keep them warm and engaging. And then at the end, get their questions. But even if you don't, you're still making an offer. And then you probably have a list of objections that you've heard from people before. And you're like, some of the questions that come up a lot are blah, and then blah, 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 you answer that. And another question that people often ask is this. So you just start feeding your own objections that you already know, and then you answer those. And then even if nobody brings anything, you've still done the webinar, made the offer, and people might still buy. If they don't, well, then we got to look at the offer or how you present it or some of the beliefs or like whatever. We got to figure out what's broken there, and analyze that. But you don't need people to bring objections to make it successful.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, cool. What is your takeaway from that, and anything remaining?
Actually, you said you formulated the question that would be a good transition from my beginning presentation and how to start playing, because you said many people think it's hard to play the guitar, and now do you want to try so you can see it's not, and I'll show you how.
Yeah.
That transition question
Yes.
was the good, and when I've done it, I can also ask again, so what did you think? Was this hard, or do you think you can do it?
Yeah.
Do you want
Yes.
to learn more? Okay.
Yeah.
And I tell you how you can learn more. And then
Yes.
I get
And
to,
one thing that you can do specifically there to kind of quantify it for people, we always have to walk it all the way kind of home for people. You have to make the point for people. You can have them, before you do it, you can have them quantify how hard do you think it's going to be to learn to play guitar on a scale from 1 to 10? And
yeah,
have them put a number in the chat. Putting a number on a scale is a very low ask too. It keeps them engaged, keeps them commenting in the chat. And then after, how hard was that on a scale from 1 to 10? And now they can see that contrast.
good thing.
Yeah.
Yes. Then it's measurable right away, because they will probably say a 10 in the beginning
Yes.
and a much lower number afterwards. That was a good thing. Thank
Yeah.
you.
And always drill home on the impact that this will have on them. Imagine the moments with your kids, that and the connection that you feel with them as you're playing this music, singing together. Imagine 10 years from now, 20 years from now, 30 years from now, how much it's going to mean to you to look back on those special moments that you had with your kid. Imagine that child coming up to you in 30 years and saying, hey, mom, dad, I'm so happy. Like those songs that we did together with you on the guitar is some of the most beautiful moments that I have of my childhood. Like, what's that going to be worth to you? Like, we gotta take people there. They're not going to go there on their own. We gotta walk them there.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
Thank
Because
you.
what you do is so incredibly valuable, right? It really is. It's insane. Like, what are those moments worth? They're worth fucking everything. We're so busy with our shit. And like, when we look back, those are the special moments.
Yes.
That's where you're selling special moments, magic moments, loving moments, connected moments.
Great. I'm going to rewrite my manuscript for tomorrow night. Then I have my next webinar.
Awesome. Yeah. I went to a workshop with a guy named Wyatt Webb in Arizona, Miraval. He's cool. He's written some books. He's a cool dude. But his workshop was called "It's Not About the Horse," and he's using horses to train people to be present and calm, because the horse will respond when you're present, but not when you're in your head. But he's like, it's not about the fucking horse. The goal is to get the horse to lift his hoof so you can clean it. Like that's kind of the exercise. And it's like, it's not about the fucking horse. It's about you and your state. For you, Charlotte, it's not about the fucking guitar, right? It's not about the guitar. The guitar is just a vehicle for you to get those moments of intimacy, but it's something that's really helpful because it helps both you and your kid to be present, to be in the
Exactly.
moment.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what you're saying.
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
Mhm.
great. Thank you, Charlotte.
Mhm.
Who's next? Go down there, smash that freaking raise hand button. I know you guys can do it. I know you have it right there in your fingertips. There's no raised hands. There's nothing for me to do. What am I gonna do? Just sit here all by myself and cry? No, I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna do that. Who
I
got
did
it?
raise my hand, but somebody erased it. I
Somebody
couldn't.
raised it? Fucking
Yeah,
somebody. I'm gonna find somebody and beat somebody up now. That's not
yeah,
fair.
exactly. Yes.
Yeah, it's not right. All right, what you got, Marianne?
I haven't got that much because, yeah, I have got one thing for Charlotte is that I remember you in the academy where you told us all there is no excuse for not putting on the video except if you are driving or naked. And that really made a lot of people come on with videos. So you can use that one.
Yes, yes,
That was a good
Was a
one.
great one, and it was a great sort of, it was fun, and people they turned their videos on, so you can always use that. It worked in the academy, that's for sure.
yes. Totally. We got two people here, Meta and Susan, who are both either driving or naked. If you're not driving or naked, please turn your cameras on so we can see you. Awesome. Sweet. What else you got, Marianne?
I don't have that much because I'm a bit sort of well, it's a bit hard for me at the moment because I did take the advice to actually read Byron Katie. I thought it was Katie Byron, but it's actually her first name, Byron Katie. And I couldn't find the book, the work. So I started out with the Inner Awakenings, but the other one is on its way. And it's been quite hard for me to actually do that work with myself. And I'm still sort of thinking about how I can transform that into my work with my clients. A lot of them are too fat, too depressed, too whatever, and so forth, and use that in a sense because I'm not just about weight loss. I'm also about a lot of mindfulness and meditation and mind work and so forth. But it's been a journey for me, and it still is actually. There's a lot of things I need to deal with. That's for sure.
Yeah.
In the beginning, I was sort of, I got almost mad at her because one of her examples is that if it really makes you so mad at your kids and your husband that they don't they don't pick up their socks, they just drop it on the floor, go pick them up and you'll be happy. And that was really something for me. No way I'm going to pick up my husband's socks. So, but as I got into it, I actually saw a point because I mean, if I didn't do and we didn't do it and we didn't get into an argument, he might start picking them up. I don't know. I haven't tried it yet, but it was rather confronting that work. I'm still working through her book, and yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Keep going. Keep going. I
yeah,
love it. I mean, I started out in 2007 with her book and I'm still, discovering, oh shit, there's a story. There's a belief that I had. One of her sayings is, aside from what you're thinking and believing, how are you doing?
exactly, because that's what it's all about. Is it
Yeah.
really true? The way you feel, the way you are, and yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Our
So I
minds.
can recommend that to anybody else. And apart from that, I don't have anything in particular apart from driving or naked. And I'm still wondering who's driving and who's naked.
I think they both came on. We got their videos on, so it worked. Yeah. Um, yes. Awesome. Yeah. Or you could be both potentially, right? Driving and it's possible. All right. Well, thank you, Marianne. Yeah, everybody, if you haven't read Byron Katie, I don't think she has a book called The Work. She has one that's called Loving
Yeah,
Where It Is, but her
yeah,
core thing is the work. So if you just Google Byron Katie the work, you can find that online. It's not, it's all out there. She's freaking awesome. I love her. And there's yeah, you can keep going with that and just discover more layers of stories and beliefs that, make you stressed or scared or whatnot. So yeah, thank you, Marianne. All right, who else got something, you guys? All right, Inger. Yes, there we go. There we go. You are muted, Inger.
The reason why I didn't raise my hand is that I think I've got so many ideas. So I don't know if I have room for more. But
No.
so I have a lot of things I want to do and try and find out. So,
Yes.
but I have one question, and I made the Christmas calendar, and
Yes.
they get out that I'm behind, so I make one every day because I didn't have time to do it. That I never done that before, and in fact, it's very funny.
Yeah.
And I break through because I never dare to send anything out like that. And
Mm.
one of the hardest thing for me is that I don't get any contact with people getting the calendar
Mm-hmm.
because it's just a good advice or something to do to make the Christmas meals happy and Christmas-like
Yeah.
without conflicts and more energy.
Mm-hmm.
But
Got it.
they just get
So
out and then I'm
so
here.
these are emails, yes?
Yes,
Yeah.
kind of
Have you
emails.
so something that you can do that I would do is just at the bottom at the end of each email, just hit reply and let me know how this landed, or if this was useful to you, just hit reply and let me know. Your feedback keeps me going. So you ask people to respond to you. One of my favorite things to do with email is to take it from a one-way kind of broadcast thing into a two-way thing, into two-way communication.
Mhm.
So as much as possible, encourage people to hit reply.
I do that.
You do that, and people
Yeah,
don't reply.
no. And one of my friends sent back. I was afraid that this was a spam thing, sending it back because all these numbers when they reply,
Mm,
when they when I'm um, they don't get my email, they get the email to Simplio
yeah, yeah.
with a
But the
lot of numbers.
yeah.
So I probably just make my own email there.
Yeah, so I mean that I see that from time to time as well. It's very rare that people have that. It's like more tends to be more nerdy people. I don't know, but because the sender email is your email, but it's only the reply to when you hit reply, it's gonna have that coded
Yeah.
email. And that's because then we will take that and make separate threads in your email program so you can keep those separate conversations clear. But you can turn that off too. The team can show you how to do that.
Yeah, I
Um,
know.
but if you've done that and people aren't responding, how many people on your list? How many people get these Christmas calendar emails?
112, I think. It's not
Okay.
a lot,
No, no,
but it's some because it's
if you gathered 112 people in this room, it would still be quite a bit. So like that's a lot of people.
yeah.
Um, So what I would do is write something a little fun, tongue in cheek, just like, is this thing still, is this thing on? You know how like you like with the microphone, like, is this thing on? Can you like, are you getting this? Can you hear this? Like, I haven't, and you don't have to say I haven't heard from anybody. You can say, hey, I haven't heard anything from you. I just want to make sure that you're getting my emails. Is it useful? Like, let me know. So you're kind of not shaming, but putting people on the spot a little bit for not having responded so that you kind of can guilt trip them into hitting reply. Just so you get
Hmm.
something going, because once they've hit reply once, it's going to be much more likely for them to hit reply again.
Yeah.
And now you've got a relationship.
Hmm.
Yeah, try that. See what happens. I don't know if it'll work.
Okay, I'm work on it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And I don't know if how your emails are, but the more personality you put into them, the easier it's like the easier that's going to be, the more engage connection that's going to create. As like
And
I like to write the way I would speak to someone that I sit in front of that I care about. And sometimes a lot of people, when it comes to writing, they start to write in a more formal tone, not how they would
yeah,
speak.
that's exactly what I've done.
Yes. All right. So
Yeah,
stop doing that.
but do you write I then?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I haven't done that, and I thought of that yesterday, but it would be strange changing it in the middle of it.
No, it's fine.
No, it's
Yeah.
all right.
Doesn't
Okay,
matter. Doesn't matter. No.
okay,
Just like, hey, you're just trying different stuff to see what resonates the most with people. Yeah.
yeah, okay.
Yeah. So literally think of your a client that you know, or your best friend or something, and picture sitting in front of this person. Just say what you would say. Hey, you know
Okay.
what? The other day I was with this family, and then I saw this, blah blah blah, and then I thought of like, what if you did this instead? And it really totally worked. So try that. Let me know how that goes.
Great. I do
Yeah.
that.
Hit reply and let me know if you did it. Yeah.
Yeah, great ideas. Thank you.
Yeah. Awesome. My
And after
pleasure.
this Christmas calendar, I'm going to make it a course
Yes.
or a challenge. I don't know.
Okay. Yes, something.
So that'll be in the end of the calendar.
Cool. Yes.
Yeah.
And yeah, perfect. Do that. Love it. Thank you, Inger. All
Thank
right.
you.
We got Birgitte. How are you?
Yeah,
Hey, good to see you
hi.
again.
Yes, it is. And I'm sorry I haven't been I've been here for a while because
I know you
yeah,
let
yeah,
me
but
down.
the
I feel
dates and the
rejected.
times and sort of I've been prevented, but so in a way I've fallen behind, but I try to see the videos and in another way, I mean, last time I was on, we talked about the importance of the why and the audience and so on. And I've taken a great leap, I feel, in that field. And that's the importance. I mean, that's the foundation, isn't it?
Yeah.
To build on. So
Yeah. Can I just let me just
I
stop right
actually,
here because both you and Inger had this thing about like you said you've fallen behind. Inger's saying she like that you're behind on the Christmas calendar. Just let go of that language. You're
yeah,
exactly where you
okay,
need to be. You're in the
go,
perfect spot
okay, great,
right now, right this
great,
moment.
yeah. But I decided to sort of move in a way 10 years ahead. I was talking about doing something about hormone therapy and advice and etc. around menopause for women around 45 to 55. I decided to skip the menopause and go for women 55 plus.
Okay.
Uh, yeah. Because, and in a way, I think that's a group and an age that's sort of underrated and don't get so much attention as the menopause does, and it's just as
Mhm.
important. That's sort of the how do you uh, what do you do to live your best life in that maybe 30 years until real old age catches you.
Mhm.
So that's what I would want to focus on.
Yes.
And I'll mainly, as I see it right now, sell retreats
Hmm.
and use Simplera as a platform for supplementary content.
Hmm.
But I will also I have to build up, the audience. So I'll also make freebies and webinars and things like that. And
Hmm.
in time, maybe it could develop into sort of maybe a membership site with all kinds of content. And I have a model for what I want to teach and yes, so yeah, I'm confident in that way.
That's fantastic. I love that. I feel the clarity and the certainty about your decision about your audience, and yeah, it seems like a really, really solid decision on your part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm happy about that. Lots of um, technology and sort of tidying up in the old context, contacts in Simplero and getting new ones in.
Mhm.
But that's just work to do, right?
Yeah, cool. How can I help? Is there something I can do to
Well, well, maybe you have an advice and experience in. I have had Simplero for ooh, I don't know 6, 7, 8 years or so.
Oh my
So
gosh, I've had it twice as long.
I know, yeah. But I have contacts that are sort of, I mean, they are inactive, and I haven't been doing that much for the past year or so.
Mhm.
Um, and I'm not sure if I'm going to, should I write out to everybody, and what should I do?
That's a good question. What do you want? What are you looking to achieve here?
Um, Pure inactive contacts. I mean,
Yeah. I mean, so okay, so here's what I would do. I would probably say, since you have a somewhat change in focus, but also some of the people who were already on your list might still be very relevant, or maybe they've grown into that age group. They started a little bit younger, now they're a little bit older. Who knows? Um, so I'd probably do a series that is um, like introducing what you're doing and why. We have the 5, 6 email reviver sequence in the done for you campaigns. That's a good format you can use, but doesn't have to be that. But like telling your story of like, this is what I'm doing, this is why I'm doing it, this is how I'm doing it, this is who I'm doing it for or not for, and this is how you can work with me, essentially, right? In a series of emails. And then in every one of them, just invite people to, you can do it several ways. Depends on how aggressive you want to be. One is you can say, hey, if this is not you, if you're not interested, just please go and click the unsubscribe button. The problem with that is that only the people who actually see your emails are going to do that, right? So it weeds out some that are not interested, and that's cool. But a lot of people who just not opening your emails, or maybe their email addresses are dead or whatever, like it's not going to catch them. The other is kind of more of an opt-in type of scenario where you're like in each of the emails, you're like, if this is you, if you're interested, if you want to keep hearing from me, click this link, and then you have people subscribe to a new list.
okay, yeah,
And
yeah,
then, but you keep sending these emails to, I guess, both lists. Because when they subscribe to the new list, well, no, screw that. You keep sending them to the old list, have people click the link. You can do the team that in the Build Together calls can show you how to do a one-click thing that subscribes them to the new list. And then everybody who didn't click one of those links, they're gone, right? So you don't have to delete the contacts, but you just retire that list and make the new one your main newsletter list.
yeah.
And now everybody has actively said, yes, I'm interested. Your list is going to be much, much smaller, but it's going to be people who actively chose that they want to be there, which is really good because now they're engaged. They recently clicked something, they recently consciously made the decision, I'm here, I'm interested in this. And so you're going to see much better uh, engagement and open rates and enrollment from that.
Okay,
That's what I do.
thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. And you can, if you want, you can have them tell them to go find this clip, and then, but this should be straightforward. But you can just play this clip for people when you meet them or something, or so they have them see it. I don't know. Anyway, you have the strategy right here. You got it. Perfect. Cool. All right, we got Toril. How's it going, Toril?
Well, I have been a good girl, I suppose. I did what you told me last time I talked to you. Actually, I showed my coworker the clip of your advice to me. we are making this community for parents of autistic school children that have school refusal, or as we say in here, they are not refusing school, they just can't go there because the school is too difficult.
Yes.
So in Norway we call that unwillingly school absence, because
Okay.
they want to go to school but they can't. Anyway, I made this community, and then I discovered it was only moms who entered. We made it, and since I talked to you, we have 22 people that have entered and paid to be there, but they are only moms, and we want the dads as well. So we've offered for the moms who are divorced from the dads, that the dads get a free password and yes, a simpler ID to be there. But do you know any other ways to engage the dads? Because it's still just the moms who are active in the forum, not the dads. So I want them to get active. I don't know if I should make a special group for them, the dad group or something, the man cave. I don't know. Do you have any advice how to get the dads in?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Ask them.
Like how?
So, so find some of them. Like, I mean, I'm assuming you have names, you have maybe
Yeah.
emails.
No, I don't have the name, so I only have the four dads that came in free because they were divorced.
Okay.
But I don't know the names. I know the names of the moms, of course, but I don't know the names of the dads.
Don't they register with a name when they get in?
No, but there's only four dads.
Right,
The
right.
other ones, there's just the
So,
moms who is registered. They have name, but they don't always have the same last name.
no. But so,
Yeah.
do the fathers get the same login, or do they share their mom?
I suspect that the fathers who lives with the mothers, the ones that are married, they use the same login, I suppose. But now I gave a separate login to
They get, yeah, yeah.
the fathers
So if they
that
have a separate
are not,
login, you have their name as well, right?
but
Name.
only for the ones that I
Yeah, yeah.
have got.
No, I get
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
I get that. Um, I mean, so I would find a way, like start with them, right? Like start with those four and just like see if you can get them on a call, or maybe like best to get them on a call somehow.
mm,
Hey, I really want to get the fathers more engaged, more involved. Like what would make you want to be more engaged? Do you want a separate community, or like how can I get you more involved? You got to ask them, you know. We can
yeah.
speculate, but they're the ones that have the answer.
I thought since you are a man, what would tempt you to be active in a group like that with a lot of moms?
Um, if I'm single and they're hot.
I don't know how they look, but I suppose they're normal.
No, I don't know. I'm just joking. But I mean, it's hard to say. What's in it for them? Um, yeah, no, I don't know. As there can be so many dynamics at play in this kind of setup. Um,
Because the problem is that when they are separated or divorced, and maybe also when they're married, the moms usually take the full responsibility of going to all the meetings at school
Mhm.
and so on. And many of the fathers, they feel like they're put on the sideline, and
Yeah, yeah.
and I want them to not be there.
Yeah, yeah. And
Yeah,
maybe sometimes the moms also take full responsibility for blaming the fathers for shit, and so they
yeah,
feel
yeah,
they feel
yeah.
judged and criticized, and so they're not
Mm,
like excited about joining in a community, a forum where they can be shamed and judged and criticized by a bunch of moms that like I
mm,
don't know, that could be a factor.
yeah.
Yeah. Um, so maybe I mean, there's no cost in making a separate like fathers only subgroup where like moms don't have access in here, and so here you guys, because I'm sure the men have shared experiences and would benefit
Yes.
from sharing with each other. So I think that's a solid first step, is try that.
Yeah,
And
and that's what
I,
we were thinking, and then Yeah. So, but of course, I can ask them, the four guys who are there,
Absolutely ask
what
them.
they
Yeah.
want, and
And you can
hopefully
ask,
I will get more dads.
yeah, but you can also all the mothers for whom the father isn't one of those four, like reach out to those mothers and say, hey, I want to find ways to engage the fathers more for the benefit of everybody. Would you be
Mm.
willing to make an introduction to the father to your child so I can speak with
Mm.
them and just understand where they're coming from and what would make this valuable for them, right?
Yeah,
So
that's a
you
good
ask,
idea.
yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, you're just here to do really good work in the world, so draw on the
Yeah.
allies, let people join in on your mission.
Mm. Yeah, I will ask the mothers
Yeah,
for, yeah. Mm. Thank you. That
cool.
was the only thing. Yeah.
Beautiful. Thank you, Toril. All right, I'm gonna jump to Cynthia because we already spoke with Inger, so I'm gonna come back to you, Inger. But Cynthia,
Hi.
let's chat. Yeah,
Yeah. By the way, I love your Instagrams.
yeah.
They're super fun and I enjoy them.
Nice. Thank you. So glad
Yeah,
to
so
hear that.
I've been part of Simplero for probably 7 or 8 years as well, so quite
Mhm.
a while. And I'm just starting to take on some JV partners, and I'm actually co-hosting a summit next week called the Holistic Health Summit.
Mhm.
And so I'm a little nervous about that. And I have a new program that I launched this year. But it's a huge program. It's like 11 months. And just the feedback that I got from clients was it was too much to take on,
Mhm.
at one time.
Mhm.
So I decided to break it out into 4 like 3-month programs.
Mhm.
And so now with this summit coming up next week, I'm just wondering, so with the JVs, we have like a collective package that we're going to be offering people. But then I also have like my individual package.
Mhm.
I'm just wondering, because I don't want to like oversell people, you know what I mean? Like you want it to be enjoyable for them, you want to bring them value, but then you also want to make sure that they're aware of what you have to offer. So
Mhm.
I'm just wondering what's your opinion on stuff like that?
Okay. Well, well, broad question. Well, the first thing that stands out to me is like when you say, I don't want to oversell people.
Yeah.
There's something there. What's that about?
I don't know. Maybe that's why I don't do too many emails. I don't want to send out too many emails because I worry that I'll like burn my list, you know?
Yeah, yeah. So, what does selling mean to you?
Um, I don't know. Selling is hard.
It's hard. Okay. What else is true about selling?
Um, Selling is sometimes it just feels like it's like pushy, like you're pushing stuff.
Hmm. Selling is pushy. Yeah. Who here can relate? Selling is hard. Selling is pushy. Anyone else have that similar feelings? Yeah. Yes. All right. Some people, you're not alone. Okay, keep going. What else is selling?
Well, selling is also your service. You need to educate people and share, and you're trying to help people. So, I mean, that's
Mhm.
the whole point of doing it in the first place.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I know that's the way I should look at it.
You should. But
Yeah.
there's a lot of things we should. We shouldn't. No,
Yeah.
so yeah, the invitation is to look at, we talked about Byron Katie earlier, right? Selling is hard. Is that true? Is it true?
Well, it's a perception.
Yeah, is it true that selling is hard? Just yes or no. Is it true?
Well, it's been true for me.
Yeah. Selling is hard. Selling is hard. Can you absolutely know that's true?
No.
Okay. When you think, when you believe the thought that selling is hard, how does that feel in your body?
It feels itchy
Hmm. Where do you feel it in your body?
in my hands.
Okay. In your hands. Is it like grabbing kind of thing, or is it, what is it?
Yeah, just like itchy hands.
Got it. And if you couldn't think the thought that selling is hard, how would that feel?
It feels heavy.
If you could not think the thought that selling is hard, if that thought never popped into your head, how would that feel?
Oh, well, that would feel a lot better. Yeah, it would feel a lot better.
What are some words?
Fun, more fun,
Hmm.
more exciting,
Yeah.
playful.
All right. So let's turn it around. Selling is hard. What's the opposite? Selling is,
Selling is easy.
yeah. Cool. How does that feel?
Selling's a piece of cake.
Yes. Yeah. I like it.
Can't wait to go out and sell.
Yeah. Selling is fun. Selling is exciting. Selling is playful.
Let's go sell something.
Yeah. Right. What if sales is, and I like to use the word enrollment. We're enrolling people into our programs, but selling, we can use the word selling. What if selling is a dance? You know, it's a dance, it's a partnership between you and a prospect. Like the
Yeah.
person is talking to you because there's something that they want to change in their lives.
Right.
There's some problem that they have that they don't want, or there's some outcome that they want to have that they don't have. Yeah. There's some change they want. You're there, you have potentially the ability to bring them that change, to support them in making that change. You know?
For sure.
And so selling is a dance between you and them. You're ascertaining, you're deciding whether this is someone that you can indeed help. You know? And
Yes.
you're working with them to overcome the resistance that they have to actually make the change. If they didn't have any resistance, they would already have done it.
True.
The only reason that there's something for you to do is that there is resistance. There's a part of them that want it. There's a part of them that's scared. It's a part of them that wants to stay where they are because it's familiar. And the new thing is scary. They might fail, or what are their friends going to think about them, or like whatever it is. We don't know what it is. That's the dance. We're just discovering. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So send out more emails.
Yeah.
Send out more invites. Yeah. Good.
The whole idea here is, and this for everybody here, yes, the state, the energy that you come from means everything. You know, so if you sit down and you're like, oh, selling is hard and it's pushy and like I don't want to oversell people, but I got to do this thing, and then you sit and write an email, that's what people are going to feel. That's what they're going to sense. They're going to sense that energy, and then they're going to be like, oh, this is feels a little like pushy and a little like she's trying too hard, and like great. That's what the impression is going to land on with them. Because people hear your state, they hear your energy more than the words, even in writing. And so if you intentionally, and this goes again for all of you guys, you have to be in control of your state, of your energy. So before you sit down to write emails, before you get on an enrollment call and a sales call with someone, get into a state where you remind yourself, selling is fun, selling is easy, it's exciting, it's an opportunity, it's service, it's a dance, it's a celebration. And I'm just here to figure out with this person, am I the person to help this person or not? Are we for each other or not? That's what we're just trying to figure out, you know? And it's totally cool. And it's fun and it's playful and it's a dance. But when you get into that state first, before you send the emails, before you write the emails, it's going to feel so different. You know, people are going to be able to feel that. Yeah.
Okay, sounds good.
What do you take away from that, Cynthia?
I take away that I already know how to do all those things, so that won't be hard. I just have to put myself in that space.
Yeah.
So I can do that.
Fuck yeah. And really, we want to serve people, and the best way to serve people is to get them to make a commitment. When they're making a commitment by paying you, they're more than anything committing to themselves and their transformation.
Mhm.
And the
Yeah.
best thing we can do for people is to get them to make that commitment.
Mhm.
Because that's what starts the process. Decision,
Right.
commitment. That's what determines the outcome in the end. And by you holding back because you're afraid of being too pushy, and then coming from, like, there's a term, commission breath in the sales industry, like, I gotta get this sale, I gotta make this client, you know. When you come from that energy, the people are going to respond, in the same way. So yes.
Thank you.
Cool. All right. Before we go, I just want to hear from everybody in the chat. What's one thing that you took with you from this conversation, from this call today? What's one thing that stood out to you, that stuck with you? I want to hear from everybody in the chat, in the chatty chat. One thing: sell with good energy. Make the sales process a dance. I like it. Beautiful. Love my sales. Yes. Awesome. Cool. Anything from this entire call? Improvement tips for my webinar. Awesome. I love it. All right. Thank you so much, Guy. Here's this right more personal. Cool. Tips for a webinar. Awesome. All right. Thank you, guys. Beautiful to see you all. Can't wait to see you guys next week. Or I forget if there's something next week. I think if there is, anyway, I'll see you the next time I see you.
Is next week the last time?
I don't know, actually. It's in the
Okay.
calendar in there.
Okay.
I know my calendar when I see it. All right. See you guys.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.